Hello everyone, my name is Dickson Katana from the Wild Snake Project in Kenya, monitoring the endemic vipers population in Kenya. Kenya, we have 3 endemic vipers which are found in the country. The first one is the Kenya horned viper, which is found in the Great Rift Valley of Kenya. The next one is the Mount Kenya bush viper, which is found in the Mount Kenya region. And we have the third one is the Kenya mountain viper, which is found in the high altitude of Kenya. But now we are focusing on the Kenya horned viper, which is found in the Great Rift Valley of Kenya. The Kenya horned viper is a small snake. It's 40 centimeters of length. It's not very big. We found out the threats of this species. It is that the habitat loss where they can live is almost gone. Second of all, this snake, it's small and it's a slow moving snake, so easy to be killed. And the third, it is high in the pet trade, so it's easy also to be collected. The Kenyan viper is very beautiful snake. It's a gray, brown, silver line, and it has little horns on the head. So it's very, very cute little creature. So that's the one which we do monitoring at the moment. How did we do this? We start with the distribution survey, whereby we have been looking for the location whereby the Kenya horned viper is known to be there. But it was very hard to find the location. It took us around 6 months to find a suitable habitat which the Kenya horned viper is still there. But on this location which they have all records which we have visited, most of them which arrived there, it's really shocking. Everything has been turned to agricultural land, which is the big threat of this species, because this species also it's a habitat preference. Once we found out the location which has a little population, we set up our monitoring project where we have been working with the Zoological Society of London, and they say that we could try iron sheets, which has been people have already started using iron sheets in the Western world, and it did work for monitoring for snake population. But here in East Africa, we was the first people using the iron sheets to monitoring the population. And we set up 19 plots. And in these 9 plots, we set up 18 cover boards each, which was 342 iron sheets in total. But we had some challenges in our monitoring sites. The challenges were some of the iron sheets were stolen, and some of the iron sheets were stripped by the big games, for example, buffaloes, giraffe, and under the cover boards in daytime it was around 40 degrees Celsius, so it was very, very hot. So finding for the 2 years, it was zero Kenyan horned viper under coverboard, but we did recover some other animals under coverboard. For example, we found frogs, we found some ants' nests, a lot of snails. They really liked the coverboards, and some species of snakes. We found the sand snake, one under coverboards, and the wolf snake also we found one in a coverboard. So yeah, some animals did love the coverboards, but not the Kenyan viper. Uh, Setting up the monitoring project, also we did the visual encounter survey, whereby we walked 3 kilometers, um, 2 surveyors and 1 ranger, because this place, yes, it is dangerous. We have buffaloes which are dangerous to us while we are walking. So the ranger was keeping safe for us. And another challenge was the temperature. It was rising between 8 and 34 degrees. Sometimes heavy rain. So some location we couldn't manage to reach. So that is some of the challenges. And finding for the 2 years, we found 34 Kenya horn viper in visual encounter survey, whereby we found 31 individual and 3 were recaptured. And we did recognition by recapture by taking pictures, which there are people who already have been using these methods, and it's really working. So we took picture in every individual we found for the last 2 years, and some we did take picture every single snake we found, and in the pictures you could see some they are matching and some they cannot match. For example, on the picture we have 5 different pictures there, but some they do match and some they are not. So in that regard, I'll give you 3 seconds. So you check, and then you can see which they can match and which they cannot. So I do 1, 2, 3. So if you look number 4 and number 1, they do match, but the rest are not. So this is the methods which we have been using to identify the individuals. Also in that we did take more data as we did our monitoring. We did take a location where we found the snake. We took altitude, we took genders, also we did the sizes and weights, length, temperature, the time we found it, humidity, and weather conditions, which is all matching there, and then the photo for identification. So in that regard, I will say this program is really useful. Is not to harm the snake, because other method is to clip them, which is not really good for the animals. Some animals also suffer with that, but this method it's really nice. You don't need to harm the snake, and it is really working and has been really useful for us. So threats for the species for the last 2 years for our monitoring, we found out is the habitat loss. Every day you come in that location, every time you find the land to being diverted to agricultural land, which is not good for the species. These species prefer habitats, so habitat loss is the big threat for this creature. So after what we have done for the last 2 years, we found how can we help this species, because we found a small population which is still healthy. We have come an idea that we will have to start, we are doing reforestation. And to doing the reforestation is we need to work with the community. How do we work with the community? What we do is we rent their lands, so we pay them to keep their land natural and to keep that family sustained, so that the snake can survive and also the family can still live there. So That is what we think can help this patient to live again. Because I found also another threat is the people, they don't have an idea. Some species are found only in one place, like the Kenyan viper, for example. So what we work with them to pay them, and we give them beehive as well. We give them tree fruits. So they plant tree fruits in their farm, so they leave their land natural as well. They can benefit still from their land. But most snakes need our help. Recently, we started another project for the Mount Kenya bush viper. Also, this snake has a threat. Also, the habitat loss. This snake is a high demand on the pet trade, and also it's a slow-moving snake, easy to be killed as well. It is a beautiful snake, not very big. It is smaller as the Kenya horn viper, and only this one, it's a canopy snake. It loves to be on top of the trees. And yeah, it's so really beautiful. It's a black, yellow, and grayish in it, and the scale are rough, they look smooth, and this snake is really beautiful snake. Yeah, so now I just started the distribution surveys, which I have already been in the location to look where this Mount Kenya bush viper is still to be found. Already we did several locations. Only one location we found a Kenya horn viper, a Mount Kenya bush viper, but the other location it was zero Mount Kenya bush viper. So still we need to do more surveys. Right, so what is next? It is surveys till we found where the Mount Kenya bush viper known to be found, or where we found, and then conservation action, we can take it from there. But now we need to do more surveys to find out where the rest are still are. Okay, so I would like to thank you everyone who have been supporting us. I can see on the screen, these are the people which have been make our goals go through, and we really appreciate your help. And thank you everyone who has been listening. And this is what we have for now. And stay tuned and to see what is come next.